This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless.
I am reborn again and again. I am the will of the Emperor. I am Death's hand.
Alright, hello everyone. I can tell there's not as many people for the stream as there normally are, but that's to be expected, considering I'm normally a Warriors guy, now I'm playing something completely different. But it's at least tangent, like, sort of related, just because it's still based on Chinese stuff. This is Jade Empire. It's a game by BioWare they made a while ago, like, I think almost 20 years ago now. Haven't played it in a very long time, but I really enjoyed it when I did. Let's see, I usually play as Wu, the Lotus Blossom here. There are other characters like Furious Ming, Tiger Shin, Radiant Jin Ji, Scholar Ling, and Lu the Prodigy. Like, you're basically... like, they have some preset stats and stuff, but you're basically just picking which appearance you want to have, because you can just customize whoever you want to play as, pressing Y. I pretty much usually go for like a balanced setting, because I end up using health you obviously use. Spirit is like magic and a couple of other extra abilities, and focus is like weapons, and I usually end up using all of them. The Heavenly Wave you have to start with, because it's the only support style you have as an option. The other ones are 1,000 Cuts, Sleeping Tiger, White Demon, Legendary Strike. See, 1,000 Cuts is like you punch a bunch, basically. Leaping Tiger is you become Wolverine. You sprout like claws from your hands. White Demon is incredibly slow, but it's like the heaviest hitting. Legendary Strike, you basically just kick people. I think Legendary Strike is like the best one. But I think Leaping Tiger would be the most amusing, just sprout Wolverine claws, so let's go with that. I'll go with her default name, just because I can't think of anything more clever. Alright, get ready for a lot of load times. This game's kind of bad about that. There's also probably going to be, like, less me talking in this, just because, like, the characters talk a lot, and I do want to hear all the dialogue again. I'm pretty sure this will work on 360. I tested it a bit and it played fine. Hopefully I won't encounter any game-breaking glitches by the end of it. Open palm, a closed fist? Probably closed fist. I think that's more interesting.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
Our first choices. One more match then? I could blindfold myself. That might even the odds. I doubt it. You strike with the grace of a crow. Let's be a little cheeky. I could blindfold myself.
For all that, he's trained you to be the best of us. You're not Master Li yet. I would welcome another match with you, though. Let's say one more before we break for the day.
I am rarely beaten, friend.
Let us begin.
And just suddenly claws. Tutorial pretty much tells you everything about how to fight. A to attack, B to block. Now what is white on the 360 controller? Okay, it's left bumper. And X is how you break guards. What did to me a second ago. Dodge with B and the left thumbstick. And now it's just defeat him. Also, the downside to X attacks is that you're left wide open. Like he interrupted me there when I tried to do it.
Did you see? Master Lee was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
I do want to go close fist, but I don't want to just be an asshole. I don't want to say each bruise is a mark of your failure to learn our master's teaching. No, it's just like, nah, cool, thanks bro.
You are great
Good bout.
as always.
GG.
I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training. Master Lee told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush. He specifically told me that it was no rush, so I didn't think it would be vital. Besides, who could turn down a chance to practice with you? You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar. I shall leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
I forgot these little chapter introductions they have. Not really worth reading. Yeah, now we get to run around and explore our quaint little training village, I guess you call this. School.
I thought Master Lee would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you. I know you haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
Let me know if the volume for this needs to be increased.
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves. Master Lee is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
Which is, in essence, basically, are you good or are you evil?
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny. Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Saw some people saying to increase the volume, so I did.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within. True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength. It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right. This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
That's basically a lie. As long as you just have, like, I'm gonna do the good thing in mind, you'll always go open palm.
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will. An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way. A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own. The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Yeah, the closed fist, there's actually some nuance to it. Like, you can just be an asshole for the game, or you can actually try to follow the closed fist route and do what Smiling Mountain said there. And, like, if the situation, like, is set up right, you may actually help someone who's, like, in need.
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide. I am charged with
Such an awkward thing, like, I want to go back to my previous questions. Can you imagine saying that to someone, like, in actual conversation?
Who are you interested in?
I'm interested in
If
you.
wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home, but I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to. It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you?
Doesn't seem to want to talk about himself.
It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Lee's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able. He is devoted to your training, and needs someone to assist the other students. I am The turtle's shell protects him only from harm of which he is aware. Ask away.
Asking questions did not require a freaking... what do you even call that? Analogy, I guess. Who can I spar with?
There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer. There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded.
I have to come back to him later.
Very well.
Oh, okay.
I'll choose someone
I guess
who
I can
is
spar
competent
with
in
someone.
One-on-one combat. This is only a practice bout, so fight until your opponent is knocked out. Get ready.
Only practice bout, so no weapons. However, I do have claws. Not a weapon if they're part of my body.
Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like?
Who else can I beat up? I can still only spar with a single student. I believe afterwards I'll be able to spar with more. What do you sell?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities. The lessons you
They're
learn
called
from me,
steroids.
from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger or better able to focus your mind or magic. Training has worth, and Master Lee allows me to collect a small fee to reinforce this. Travel outside Two Rivers and you will find my prices are quite reasonable.
He's not wrong, but it's hard to build up enough money to buy all the stuff from him before you actually leave.
I try to
If I recall
improve basic
correctly.
abilities,
It's been a while.
But through the basics that Master Lee has instilled, when you have the opportunity, I'm sure you will pick up new styles quickly. Let's see what you can learn.
Right, he has a bunch of, like... They're permanent stat buffs, but they do decrease something, though it's an overall gain. And 400 silver to buy. Well, I currently have 0, so that's not going to happen anytime soon, no matter what. Yeah, I'll probably buy... Ideally, you want to buy all of them and get a net gain. But I'm not sure if I'll build up enough money for that by the end of this. And that's the EXP I got from training with that student.
Always good to see you wandering the school. You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here. Oh, did I tell you to see Master Lee when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
You also get EXP by reading. Not much, but it makes you want to check out every single one of these. Generally, they're not worth reading. Just sort of sped read through that.
One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
I think that feels right for Close Fist. If you believe that you are inferior, you make it true.
You're right. Sometimes I just feel that I'm so far behind you that I may never catch up. I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Lee?
As long as I can remember, sounds about right.
Both had a lifetime of training under Master Lee. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Fight me! Yeah, spar.
It would be an honor. Are you sure you have time?
Yeah, nothing's going on.
Excellent. Let's find a quieter spot to spar. Once we're finished, I'll have to return here and continue my meditations.
Your end is near in a training match. Well, he put up more of a fight than that random no-name student. I think some of these, like, caskets will actually explode if you roll into them during battle. We didn't hear all of Student Win's lines, but I think we heard enough.
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor. No, wait, I shouldn't be like that. Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students. I understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example. It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things" to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
Yeah, walk your own path.
That's easy enough for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Maybe I should spend more time training, and less time worrying about where I stand in the school. How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning. You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that.
I had to ask about the ghost, ended up asking about the other students.
Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny.
We'll see Dawnstar shortly, she's
I'm sure
very
you know
important.
that your implied status causes jealous remarks. I have muttered a few, but I don't mean you harm. The one you should be careful of is Gao, but I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Is that to be born and have just the Lesser attached to your name? Wonder if a lot of juniors feel that way.
About Dawnstar. You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Maybe
the awkward moment where you ask someone about your childhood friend.
Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Li sees for you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Li tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two. I suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two.
What have you heard about me?
Master Li never stops talking about you. You are special, or so we are repeatedly told. It can get annoying. Then again, some find it outright threatening.
Go back to my other questions.
What do you want to ask about?
What about the ghost?
Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Li accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise?
When you're going through all of their dialogue, they kind of end up repeating themselves.
You're exactly what you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost. According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something
Ghosts are all the rage nowadays.
People aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation. That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded. Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts, the ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense. If you wish, what do you want to ask about?
My internet's acting up a bit. Hopefully this isn't going out on me. Yeah, who are you, Lynn?
I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years. I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Li has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate. When I am done, I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life.
Weird to think I'm older than most of the characters in this setting now.
What do you want to ask about?
Or at least in Two Rivers. Last time I played this, that was not the case.
Of course. I have to keep practicing if I'm going to be able to best you one day, aren't I? Excellent. Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
Unlikely. It comes as it with a stick. Oh yeah, the AoE attack. You press A and X at the same time, you can do that. It's putting up actually a decent fight until I started to actually hit her some. Better than the other students thus far. There's someone up here we can fight.
Senior student.
Well, two someones.
People come back here this time of day, so we thought we'd take a moment to practice. Would you like to join us? We could team up against you and learn from the best. With all due respect, we would be no challenge for you individually. We could learn much from seeing how you deal with more than one opponent. Smiling Mountain usually lets us fight in groups if he has enough students available. But learning from you is a chance I wouldn't want to pass up. If you have time, that is. I would not wish to impose.
I have enough time to beat you up, yes.
This is good news. We'll try to go easy on you.
Bit awkward to like move close to people. Just because you're in like a... You like strafe around people. Oh, the male student was weak. May as well not have been there.
I didn't think we'd win, but it was an honor to face you. Thank you very much. We have to go. Smiling Mountain's going to be teaching a class soon.
He's definitely the beta in this relationship. He has not said a word. Right, need to bring that thing of silver and then I can use it for a, for like a little puzzle that shows up. Oh yeah, and if you press Y, you go into focus mode. And that makes you do a Naruto run. Which means you're moving faster. It slows down time somewhat in combat.
Will bring us some sweets when she gets back.
Onu yuwir napayir wok onu yusayir ikupa.
I forgot that little kid was the first person you meet that speaks in that weird language. They have this made-up language they have like just for Jade Empire, though it doesn't really mean anything. It was just an excuse for them to have the voice actors record like 5 lines and then reuse them over and over. Just so they had to record less overall lines.
Greetings, fellow student. The gate is closed for now, and I am tasked with keeping it so. Master Lee has asked that no students leave the school until the morning meditations are concluded.
Right, I think I can bully this guy.
Please do not. This is the first task I have been given, and I don't want to get distracted.
Answer when I address you, student. Nah.
What do you mean? Some sort of test? Ask me anything. I am ready to try.
I was thinking we would fight. What are the main classifications of styles, student?
Wait, I know this. Yes, it's weapon, martial, support, transformation, and magic. Weapon and martial styles are pretty self-explanatory. Support styles allow you to paralyze, slow, or otherwise hamper your foes. Magic styles allow you to use your chi to control the elements, while transformation styles allow you to assume the form of creatures or even demons. I'm only repeating what I have learned in my time here,
I have a support style. I've actually forgotten to use it.
One of the first things I memorized.
Use it in the next fight, maybe.
Qi is our internal magical energy. Is that it? Yes. And we can use our Qi to hasten the healing process of superficial wounds. Additionally, Qi can be used to strengthen our blows, making the most of each strike. I'm sure that's right. I can't channel my Qi like you and Dawnstar yet, but one day. Of his history? Nothing. He is supposed to be a great master, but I just arrived, so I know very little about him. I wish I knew more, senior student, but that is all I can answer about our master. Oh, good. I mean, yes, thank you, senior student, for the chance to answer your questions. Master Li was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
Alright, I think we've felt to everyone, so we'll finally move on to Master Li. Or Gao the Lesser.
Typical.
Didn't mean to roll there.
Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is in there meditating, and he won't train me.
Just sounds like an asshole, doesn't he?
Really? You would have dropped everything to make way for me. I don't think so. You're far too important to waste time.
Even you tried to be nice to him, he just, no, I don't believe it.
Master Li certainly considers your training important enough to shove all others aside, so why shouldn't I bow down to your greatness? I've heard worse threats from children. I know you'd never start anything without the old man's permission.
Threatening him also has about the same result.
To us all.
Come on, bro.
No. I have no interest in fighting you right now. I'll wait until it's worth it, when the whole school is watching and I can crush you slowly. Master Li...
Be a bit anticlimactic if you just beat him up right now, wouldn't it?
Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Ah, it's the first time watching the stream, Lexington. Alright, well, cool. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Glad you're here.
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
If I've given thought to my future, I will ask questions in my future.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember the classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn. I recall that, as a child, you fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret. Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Li!
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him, and Qiamin was injured.
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters. The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it. On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you. Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over. Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
I like the way he waltz away. Before we rush and go help fight those outlaws, need a bunch of colored figurines. Glowing blue, so let's place the blue figurine. Now it's red. And yellow.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
And the result from that was 1 EXP and 1 silver coin. But I can use that 1 silver coin for something you already saw. And the music changed, it's no longer peaceful. Pop a silver coin in there. Now we have the lion head token. I was trying to find out if I fail at basic color coordination. Lion-headed, and now it changes to green. Already immediately failed. It didn't want red. Blue and yellow. Get the blue out, red on, make it orange. Now it wants purple. Move yellow. Place the blue. And then magic happens.
Even that which is humble can be the key to greater things.
You lose all the figurines and tokens, but you get the Gaze of the Lion. And 75 EXP, which is nice, I guess. I believe that is a permanent stat boost. I'll go check those. Statistics? No. Yeah, techniques. It's +2 health and +2 focus. Nice to have. Minor buff, but you keep getting them throughout the game, they'll add up. Ninja run.
What's the matter, Dawnstar? Are you scared that Master Li might find out?
There is talk of approaching bandits, and you bother me with unsubtle advances. How very like you, Gao. No doubt a tactic learned from your criminal father.
His name is Gao the Greater, and he built a fortune out of some ragged thieves and slave traders. If my charm can't lift your spirit, I'll buy the ground from under you.
Flaunting your father's undeserved wealth does not impress me, Gao. It only serves to push me further away.
I love these two options. Hello, Dawnstar. I hope I'm not interrupting. Hello, Dawnstar. I certainly hope I am interrupting.
You step beyond your station. She and I are discussing her future.
Thank you, Gao, but I'll pick my own poison. Now leave, and if you'd be so kind, stay downwind.
I won't forget this, Dawnstar. You show great disrespect. You as well. You will not take all the glory if there is an attack. We are not through.
Oh, he is Gao the Lesser in all respects. I thought Master Li allowed him to stay so that the influence of the father could be countered, but Gao never learns. He acts like he's above Master Li's teachings. Such are the conceits of wealth, I suppose. I appreciate that you arrived when you did.
Aren't bandits attacking us? Anyways, what did Gao want?
What does Gao the Lesser ever want? He's convinced that he can buy everything, and that includes people. He's a spoiled little man. I'd rather not dwell on him. Let's not increase his influence by talking about him after he's gone. What is it you wish? Yes.
Bandits, weapons, Gujin.
He just passed here with C. Pat on his way to help Kia Min. It's strange that simple bandits would launch such a raid. Master Li was concerned that this would interrupt your training. His respect for your potential is
No, I'm not playing on emulator. I'm playing my Xbox copy on my Xbox 360. You don't have time to talk, the bandits are more important. No. What's up?
Only what Master Li has told you in the past. You are meant for great things, but you must discover them yourself. It must be so frustrating, but exciting as well. It is not the same. You are filled with the promise of great things, even if they are unknown. My skills will always be darker. I can see into the spiritual, an ability that grants some insight, but it doesn't seem to be useful for anything other than keeping me awake at night. I helped Master Li discover the unrest that shapes your future, but I see only problems, while you are destined to find solutions. I envy you for that.
Either be humble or just, yeah, you're right, I'm pretty awesome.
I'm glad. You have always kept your feet on the ground. What does Master Li say? That you should keep the basics close to heart? Let's go get your weapon from Gujin's workshop. It shouldn't be too hard to fend off simple bandits. They're foolish to attempt such an attack.
Alright, could ask more questions. No, let's go.
Of course. Good company will make the walk go faster.
And now we have our first follower. Yeah, several of the other followers are blacked out, but then some are just outright hidden entirely. You can't even see their outlines. So you can change the follower stats to either like attack so they actually help you in battle, or like support where they just sit down and boost you somehow. Like if you have Dawnstar set to support, they'll just continually like heal your chi over time. Which honestly is better than having her attack, but it's more fun to have her actually participating in the fight. The loading screens are kind of bad in this game, but generally it's not too big of a problem, just because, like, you know, it took us like 40 minutes to get to the next loading screen, so you can spend a lot of time in an area. God, when we get to the Coliseum, though, that's gonna be torturous. It'll become like Masashi. Not sure what you mean. I forgot it has autosaves, that's probably for the best. Especially since there's an enemy right there. But I still don't trust autosaves, let's make my own.
Nice little town you have here. Not a lot of guards, are there? How are your stocks of food?
I don't know you. Why are you asking me all these questions?
This town isn't well guarded. Forget it, let's just start looting. We'll get first crack at the good stuff.
You're right. This isn't worth it.
And presumably that killed him.
Heavenly Wave.
Right, that's a support style. It slows down his movements, like, significantly. Is it much easier to follow up with other attacks?
I can't believe they've moved so quickly. We need your weapon. Gujin will be in his shop north of the main stairs.
It's so awful. They killed him.
I'm so shocked, I don't know what to say. You have to keep us safe.
Yeah, just one kick took this guy out. He was weak. I thought there were some bandits down here. Maybe later. 25 gold, silver. I'm so used to gold being the currency in games, not silver. At least gold being the main currency.
This building is Gujin's place. As soon as we can, we should see him to arm ourselves.
There's a lot of extra reading you can do in this if you really wanted to, but nah. Oh, I forgot about the whole book set thing. Yeah, if you read everything, I believe you get a stat boost. You read everything in an area. Techniques. +7 focus. Pretty good. I guess that's the main reason to go around looking for, stuff like that.
Hello, Weapon Master Gujin. Good day to you.
This is an explanation of the made-up language they had for this, Tofan.
If you'd prefer, I don't need to use Thofan.
Tofan.
What brings you here?
Bandits. Weapon. Now.
Already? I assume you dealt with them, and the rest are in for quite a surprise.
Is this game any good? I enjoy it, but last time I played it was back in, like, high school, so it may not be as good as my nostalgia-filled brain remembers. We'll find out.
And use it as your own.
This is a great honor. A good weapon is a true warrior's most treasured possession.
You know, you came here with Master Li as just a babe. I came not long after, and I've been holding on to a weapon for you ever since. Well, two, actually. But you need to choose which one you'll take. Master Li wants you to stay focused on your first weapon.
Anything special about them?
Anything? Everything. I don't know where your master acquired these, but he has honored me with the care of two legendary weapons. You may arm yourself with either the legendary longsword, Fortune's favorite, or the famed staff, Golden Star. I'm afraid not. She would not be able to handle one of these weapons quite yet. I'll explain why in a moment.
The real question I should be asking is why can't I just take both?
Have your aptitude for maintaining focus in battle. In time, Dawnstar will be able to handle a weapon like this, but don't discount the blade I gave her. Master Li wanted her to have the keenest steel I could find.
That, like, implies Dawnstar is gonna get a weapon upgrade. She never does.
They say this blade was created in the forge of Smiling Fortune, blacksmith to the gods. Crafted for his son, this blade eventually found its way into the hands of men. How your master found it, I cannot say, but this ancient longsword is yours, if you wish it. They say Golden Star was forged as a gift to a water spirit of the Silkworm River. A young noble convinced the great eastern serpent to fly him to the stars, where he dipped this staff in the tail of a comet. It could be pure fantasy, but the staff certainly isn't. It's strong and has an excellent reach. Your foes will tremble if they see you wielding it.
Oh, I have to go through the description of whatever one I want to pick. Yeah, I normally go with the sword just because I like the moveset better. So yeah, let's take Fortune's favorite.
Your weapon is well deserved, and you'll need it with these bandits so close. If you decide you truly don't like it, however, you can come see me after the bandits are dealt with. One more thing you need to know. These weapons strike with deadly precision, but to wield them safely, you must focus with each strike. Master Li has been training you so that you'd be ready for this kind of weapon, and the drain won't be crippling, but you will get tired over time.
It drains your yellow meter. What he means.
That you should. Those people will be looking to you for leadership until Master Li gets back. I know you'll do well.
Senior student. Oh, excuse me, Weapon Master. I did not mean to interrupt.
You'll call me Senpai.
Down, student. What has you so
and like it.
The bandits. They've already been sighted down by the beach, and they're making their way toward the town. They're making their way toward the town now. The few men in the militia weren't able to stop them. I don't know, but their ship is large. There could be many of them. You have to help, senior student.
No, I want to know everything about them before I leave this room. I can ask how far have they come again.
Master Li hasn't returned yet with Kia Min. I'm sure he will be back before long, but we must depend on you until he returns. I will run to the school and seal the gates.
I'm pretty sure if you ask him to help, he's just like, oh no. I am nowhere near important enough to do that.
You've done well, lad. Go back to the school now. Your friends have some new weapons they're dying to try out, I'm sure.
Well, we won't be the ones dying, but yes, you're right.
Bandits, huh? I see a lot of them. I better let someone else have some fun for a change. I can't abandon the gate. You never know if they're gonna sneak around. No, please. I can't fight. I just didn't want to be a rock picker in my grandfather's field. Guarding the gate looked easy. I never thought bandits would actually come. Please don't let them get me. Don't let them.
You know we can rely on you, Guard Young. I feel like his parents set his destiny when they named his first name Guard. $5 silver. It'll add up one day. Hello, Bandit.
Longsword.
Bye, Bandit. Yeah, the sword deals pretty good damage compared to just striking me with the fist. That's the AoE attack. It also has 4 hits before the physical attack only having 3. Didn't mean to dodge all that, but I did.
We have to help. Keep careful. These loud ones have no mercy.
Already dead, Dawnstar.
I knew someone from the school would help. No one else could. Please, my boy Nijo is trying to fight them down on the beach, but we need someone skilled.
I can hear fighting to the east. We have to push these bandits back off the beach.
The school has been closed due to the bandit attack. You will have to fight the bandits while I wait for Master Li to return with Kia Min, the wounded student.
No, go to the beach.
You don't understand. I don't know how to fight. I only just arrived, and Master
You don't
Li
need
is
to know how to
delaying my
fight
training
to be a
attend
meat
some other
shield.
matter. It is to my shame, but I am just not able to wade into that bandit attack. I will guard the gate as best I can, but that is all I can do.
Ah, you punk. AoE attack is good for giving you some breathing room. Ow. Oh, the sword actually hurts kind of. Ow. Donstar just on fire. There we go. I remember actually dying to that encounter before. Man, he's gone. Yoink. 200 gold! More money we could ever hope for. I completely ran out of chi. Let's go back to this thingamabob over here. Spirit font. I'm glad going to the spirit font also restores your health, not just your chi. Because if it already fills up your chi, you could just use that to fill up your HP, and then it would just be a waste of time. So you'd have to activate it twice, essentially. I'm glad they accounted for that. Bandits loot. I like how they came here, but like they already stashed stuff. Like they just got here and they felt the need to stash some of their loot.
Yet another village with no purpose. I will replenish our supplies and continue my search elsewhere. You will all, of course, have to die.
That sounds reasonable. And there he goes. Splattered. Hear someone screaming from the cannon fire. I really want that focus orb. Don't despawn with the cutscene, please. Good. It's annoying when the enemy uses one of those AoEs. Ah, he's the leader. Gotta actually like the music in this.
What are you? Your skills are more than this tiny village warrants. But I also see something strange, an oddity. You could be an anomaly or a sign of who I seek. A further test is needed. These mercenaries are not the only threat I command. Let us see you contend with this.
I like how his yell didn't last long enough, so they just had him, like, yell again. Ghosts! I think you have to use physical attacks on them, so it's actually good I use my sword on the other enemies. And done. Bandit leader was definitely stronger. Did you need to teleport? You weren't that far away.
Impressive. Clearly, I have been too dismissive in my search. This village will be torn asunder. Whatever you are hiding, I will.
Also, this guy's hands are claws. That's really sounded like an airplane there.
You will die now, so I am not troubled later.
Just one punches a boat.
Well fought, my student, but I cannot risk you against a foe like this yet.
So blatant. We never thought to look in so humble a place. We expected an army. Your strategy, as always, is impeccable.
Your search is over, assassin, but no one will hear of your success.
Ah, the neck snap.
It would seem that my past is catching up to me, and you are destined
Back to casual conversation.
You have faced your first spirit opponents far sooner than I intended. Dawnstar can explain the nature of such creatures. I must go and make sure everything is in place. I thought I had more time, but perhaps you are ready.
If Master Lee was here first, just the situation would have been dealt with so much quicker. Why did you step in? No, thank you. You
Do not be
fucking
so
awesome,
quick to
dude.
thank me. My influence caused this attack. You were not meant to see this yet, but now there is no choice. I will explain to the school. You have done well, but more than this awaits you. See to your fellow villagers and students, and return to me at the school. We have a great deal to discuss.
I leveled up. See, I have 3 things I can dump my points into. I guess we'll keep it even. Alright, styles. Let's see. You know what? I'll make this even as well. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot there's multiple points you can dive into. Right, so weapons, I got damage increase, decrease focus cost, attack speed. All those are good. The Leaping Tiger, damage increase, chi damage increase, which I'm never gonna use that, because I'm always gonna use my chi to heal. That's a worthless upgrade. Speed increase, that's good. I'm probably gonna use Fortune's Favorite a lot, so let's just reduce the focus cost and increase the damage. Next time I'll probably upgrade Leaping Tiger though.
We fought well against those bandits, but I had no idea Master Lee could command that kind of power. He destroyed that ship so easily. This is so confusing. Master Lee said I could explain the nature of spirits, but these were different. That sorcerer forced them to appear like wild dogs let loose. So many spirits seem lost, as if the way to their rest is blocked. I didn't think they were dangerous, but those on the beach, I sensed madness. Time drove them mad. You disrupted them by defeating them in combat. They will not reform for a long time. I hope there is peace in that, but I don't know. So much is worrying me. I was worried enough when we were
You want to talk about your
expecting them.
feelings?
Now it seems there are dangers we don't even know about. Master Lee called that sorcerer an assassin.
When this music plays, it means you're having a moment.
At random. They have very specific prey. I don't want anything to happen to this home. I've never belonged anywhere else. Would it be strange of me to say I don't know? I have very little memory of my home before coming here, even though I was 3 years old when I arrived. I remember moving around a lot, never staying anywhere for long, and for some reason, the robes of that sorcerer looked familiar to me. I don't know why. I'm sure it's nothing, just the memories of childhood playing tricks. With glimpses of the spirit realm invading my thoughts, I could have seen them anywhere. I can't remember specific incidents, but I am used to being shunned. People are not very welcoming of those who appear to not let the dead lay peacefully. Master Lee said I was brought to him by a concerned ally who received me from yet another person. That person wanted me safe, but he said he couldn't ensure it himself.
Oh, that person's in
Master
this
Lee
story.
doesn't know who that guardian was or what I needed protection from. He promised to look into it, but he's not had time. Your training has taken precedence. My abilities are just a curiosity. You are the center of attention here. I prefer it this way. I can just be. Yes, I suppose you know something about that as well. I hope this does not sound odd, but I am glad we share that. Thanks for this talk. The events on the beach worried me, but you always improve my mood. Let's get back to what you need to do.
Who are the people of interest in this village? What an awkward time to ask that.
I don't want to think about it too much. Manipulating chi has not come as naturally to me as it has to you. The things I do are different. I can see spirit shapes and hear the odd whisper. Master Li was surprised, but he has not had time to look into it further. Your training
I
is
see dead people is essentially Dawnstar's power.
Hopefully I'll find my skills useful for more than just keeping me up at night. Could we go on to something else? Then we should return to
Yeah, let's just move on. She doesn't really know that much about the spirit world. She just sees spirits. And suddenly considered a net spirit. Also, having this conversation on the beach for like... Are there still corpses? No, the guy that got exploded, like, there are no chance of him remaining, but it should be here.
I'm so glad you and Master Li arrived when you did. My father ran to the school gate to find students to help. Did he make it?
Alive and useless, like the rest of you. No, that's accurate.
Perhaps we lack the skill of you and your master, but we tried our best. Thank you for your effort, even if your manner is rude. Hopefully Master Li can shed some light on what led to this. A sorcerer in our little village? What is wrong with the world?
That was my first closed fist. Just being a dick to this random guy. Who just saw someone explode in front of him. What they say doesn't match up with the length of the subtitles. Go away and stop bothering me, you old goat. You went to talk to him. What about this Emperor guy? Emperor soon. Apparently he's a descendant, he's one of Sun Jian's kids. It's not a created character. You've like preset characters you can pick. Boy, I know that. Basically, there was a big drought and the Emperor ended the drought. In some sort of nondescript way. What do you do? Grow rice? That sounds about right.
Sa ir yagoak, coconato siri panonenico. Tikotro tuaso.
Yes?
I thought Dawnstar like had some sort of reaction to talking to this guy. Like if you're a dick to him, he gets mad at you.
Oh, you. You're a friend of Dawnstar, right? I'm looking for her.
Haven't seen her.
It's a good thing we have Master Li here.
Don't forget his senior student. They say she's the one who fought many of those bandits.
Anything else to say about me? Huh? I think if you're a different character, like someone that's more noticeable, they'll actually like comment on your character's appearance. Like if you play as Furious Ming, they'll comment on the dragon tattoo you have.
Thank you for helping with the bandits.
No, there's more than 4 preset characters. Let's see, there's Wu the Lotus Blossom, Scholar Ling, Radiant Jinji. That's the 3 females, and there's 3 males. Furious Ming, Tiger Shin, and Lu the Prodigy. And if you have the special edition, which I don't have, there's another male character, Monk. I don't know his name.
Those bandits will think twice before threatening a town protected by the likes of Master Li. They were fools to even come here. The only shame is that their ship sunk. Think what we could have done with their plunder. Well, that's another opportunity lost.
And it's still there. It was like on the shore. It didn't sink very far.
To keep tabs on anyone with 2 coins.
You can go dig through it right now.
Things haven't been this slow since the long drought. That master of yours keeps things ludicrously stable while merchants thrive on strife. During the long drought, prices rocketed into the sky like fireworks. I get by. I suppose I shouldn't wish for strife lest it come knocking on my door.
Literally just a bandit attack.
Didn't do as much to bring people to the store as I hoped. So maybe stability is underrated.
Talk about what you can do for me.
Happily, we don't need to waste time on my gripes when there's silver to be spent. I have nothing at the moment. I can't keep my stock up. People are scared to travel, which prevents goods from getting...
So much for that previous line.
Apologize. I do what I can, but the ghosts and bandits limit travel. They viciously force many caravans to turn back. To hear some of the caravan masters talk, there are problems of this type all over the Empire. I will be sure to let you know as soon as anything comes to town. If you wish, what do you want to know?
Ask a few things about the Jade Empire.
I've never set my eyes
Roll
beyond
credits.
the horizon you can see from here. There must be someone else you could ask. I send my thanks to the Spirit for successful journeys just like everyone else. I don't have any special insight. Why not ask your friend there? Dawnstar knows more about the Spirit Realm than anyone, it seems. She's been a great help from time to time.
It's a massive misconception.
I do what I can to help, good merchant. That's all any of us can do.
I grew up during the worst of it, but I don't remember much. Just the joy when the Emperor put an end to it. Two Rivers was almost deserted by that time, but Master Li arrived soon after, and we've had peace ever since. I don't know. That's why the Emperor is the Emperor, and I'm content to be here. I don't need to worry about it. Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down. Always happy to help.
And what if you had anything to buy? Or I could trade weapons from this guy if I wanted to.
Ruffians. Those bandits weren't gentle with this town. I'm going to help out with some of the repairs.
Considering I already gave upgrades to Fortune's favorite,
Try those weapons out.
I'd rather not trade it out.
Looks like they handled themselves well, just like you two. You're right. There's plenty to do.
I don't believe he has a particularly interesting backstory. Like most people, just sort of wound up here.
Quite a bit of excitement. Yes, bandits can be tricky opponents. Of course, that didn't stop Gao the Lesser from beating a few of them senseless. That boy enjoys causing pain. You,
Better than doing nothing.
You won't tell anyone about what happened, will you? I couldn't leave my post, you know? I can't keep watch over the students if I'm dead.
Why shouldn't I tell everyone?
It's not my fault I'm not as skilled as you. This is just the only job I could get that wasn't, you know, hard. Couldn't I convince you to let the glint of silver distract you? A few coins between friends?
Now, do I want to ask for more, or... Yeah.
I wish I could, but this is all I have. It should be enough to cover this simple little thing.
Alright, persuasion checks. See, I don't remember... What is charm? Intimidation ties in with health. I don't remember what charm and intuition. Charm is probably chi? I think health is my highest, so probably intimidation's the best one.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult
Extreme
you.
close-up.
Forgive me. I meant no offense. This should close the matter, I think, and we can get back to normal. Do you need anything else?
And bad points. No, that's enough. 25... Why'd I even bother talking to you? Broke-ass bitch. I was 25 after I extorted him. Man. What a loser.
Hey, boys, look who it is.
Is that the one gal the Lesser's always going on about?
I think so. I say we teach a little lesson about staying in your place when great men like Gao are around. Teach this whelp a lesson in manners.
Leaping tiger, longsword.
Yeah, it's hard actually. But he went down easy. Like one hit was like a fourth of my health almost. Loading screens give you plenty of time to drink water and stuff. Oh yeah, on 360, like this has these black borders around it, so that's why I stuck like some overlaid images over it. So you're not just looking at black borders the whole time. It's some promotional artwork for Jade Empire on the left and right.
I knew you would not let those bandits overrun the village. I hope I equal your skill someday. Master Li was looking to speak with you, wasn't he? After he left me here, he went back to his house in the center of the school, if you're looking for him.
I like to hear the dialogue, but like there's a bit too much even for me at this point.
Those bandits didn't fight nice like you do at the school.
No, they used a cannon. They blew someone apart. It was cool. Which gold do I have now, or silver do I have now? Let me check that. Actually don't know where I checked that. Oh, here's where, okay. The charm is a mix, it's body and mind. Intuition is spirit and mind, intimidation is spirit and body. Ah, there it is. It's right on the screen, just didn't see it. 900 silver, that's not bad. Get a little bit more, I can buy all of Smiling Mountain stuff.
I heard how you faced those bandits in the village. Many people are impressed, but I expected no less. Your skill is a match for any rough bandit. Is there anything you need? Perhaps a training session with some of the students. It would do them good. Yes, and the students are on edge from the bandit attack. It would do them good to work some of that out. It is a shame about Kia Min. She holds the record for the most opponents defeated in my little training challenge. No one can challenge her record while she is injured. I have a little something tucked away for anyone who can best Kia Min's feat. That includes you, of course, but any attempt will have to wait until she is healed. Her wound was not mortal, but it was severe enough that I will not let her fight as she is. I suppose you could ask her if there's anything you could do to help. I can arrange for a little sparring. Are there any special conditions you would like to introduce? I know you prefer a challenge.
You sparred with a single student. Multiple
Yes,
opponents.
I suppose your fight against the bandits made you want to brush up on this technique. I can arrange for as many as 4 students to fight you.
You get EXP for fighting, like, each groups. So fight 2, 3, and 4.
A duo to test their cooperation. Some of the younger students will think you are easy prey in such a situation. Show them the truth. Remember, this is only a practice match. It will continue until you or your opponents are rendered unconscious.
Practice right. Takes out a sword.
Very good. Another victory well earned. Now, is there anything else you would like? I can...
You'll get 3 this time.
Very well. This will be a valuable experience for all involved. Remember, this is...
Like 20 XP from the last one. This will probably get me 30.
Very good. I can... Facing a foursome means that you will have to remain aware of the fighting environment the whole time. Be ready.
One shot. And wow, the camera went crazy there. Oh yeah, that was such a challenge.
You are improving every day.
Stabbed through 3 of them at once.
You may not realize it, but you are more resilient. Let me show you. Now, is there anything else you wish at the moment?
God, doing that got me a stat buff.
Goodbye.
Lessons of the Forge. What does that do for me? Plus 2 health. Not much, but I'll take it. You know, where's Kia Min? Ah, there she is.
You are the hero of the moment.
I don't like your hair.
Gao claims that he dealt with hordes of bandits, but everyone else agrees that you turned aside their main attack. It is good that you were here. My foolish lack of attention forced Master Li to come to my rescue, and left me with a wound that will take a few weeks to heal. Master Li
How did it take him so long to rescue you, by the way?
It's a shame.
I cleared the entire village by the time he showed up.
With some special prize. Smiling Mountain trains students in group combat, and just yesterday, I managed to break your record for the number of opponents faced at once. He teased me by saying if I could go one higher, he might have a prize for me. I suppose he might make the same offer to you, if you're up to it. If I could fight, he could likely round up enough opponents for you to make a run at a new record, but I can't face anyone with this wound. Unless you can speed up time, I'm not sure there's much that can be done. Master Li has already tended to it. Then again, I vaguely recall a grass or herb that hastens the healing process. Someone like Old Ming might know for sure. He's quite interested in herbs. I think so, though I can't remember the name. It was some kind of rare grass, I think. I don't think it's a common plant, no. The only person I can think of who might know for sure would be Old
It'd be
Ming.
nice if you just eat grass and that would heal you. Like, faster, obviously.
I'm not sure, but if you had to buy it, I'd happily pay you back for the trouble you went through. This wound will heal in time regardless, but I wouldn't complain if it knitted faster. All the quicker to return to my training. I know you're very busy, but if you happen to have time and be passing by the beach, I'd appreciate it if you would at least ask Old Ming. If I'm lucky, he might know of an herb, and if heaven smiles upon me, he'll know where to find some. If you have to buy anything, let me know what it costs and I'll pay you back happily. It would be worth it to get back to training. Take care.
Like you can ask literally everyone about the Empire and just basic information.
Let me know.
Like, I'm pretty sure they only expect you to ask one person about it, and just made it where that one person could be anyone. But the fact that they have lines for everyone about it. So much voice work in this game. There are a couple of ways we can finish this Key Up End quest. Gonna go what I think is the most closed fist option. That actually follows the way, and it's not just being an asshole. There is a very asshole option you can do for her. Hello, Eduardo. Glad you're here. Alright, you're still here.
Dawnstar, there you are. I know I haven't spoken to you in a while. I saw him again last night, and I remembered what you said. I wasn't as afraid.
I'm glad, Mrs. Zhang.
He seemed peaceful, if a bit lost. But I know it's not your fault now. I'm sorry for disturbing you and for what I said before.
Remember Zhang Jin, her son? He drowned last year after the mooring she tied let go. A sad accident. I saw his spirit and told her. She thought I was calling up ghosts. Some spirits return because of trauma, to rectify something that disturbed them in life or death. They are very focused. When the pain is gone, they find rest. At least they are supposed to. Jin's spirit told his mother the accident wasn't her fault. Now he wanders, unconnected to this world and unable to pass to the next. Troubled spirits can be set to rest for a time, but unless the greater problem is corrected, it seems all dead are destined to wander until they go mad. I'm sorry, this has been difficult. I don't want to think about how it affects specific people. I'm still not sure I should have told Mrs. Zhang about her child. She wouldn't. She would rather blame herself than seek solace. I guess blame is easier to understand than chance. Come on, we should go see if the students are all right. Master Li will be waiting.
Sisa ia akawai o kupfaia wo tuko utro. Wasafno sositu no ko ota napia ifa ia ok. Kutkosi wiwa ia wo nawa ia ifa wia o ka wiki no. Ika kahia wo no ka kike ia wo shathia oka uki ia aya yuya wai. Awa utkua wo kokopia kawa ia elwo.
What do you need the money for?
Uksa ia sunpuno kanhon wo ushashia uksa hiaka. Noko wo ifawia ok kun one wipifia.
It's only 20 silver. Can't pay your debts, you gotta deal with it.
Kup sa ia sisia su ukot. Wakawe ya tanke ya nano wo ya wasonak.
You were right to encourage him, but couldn't we have done something ourselves? I suppose we all have to look out for ourselves, but remember that there's always time for others, too.
Surprised I didn't give you any close fist points. What I was going for there.
Niato nanapati irovir. Koni ugnawata ir. Tawi ir kawana ir sonir ipoki. Wuno wir na no ba irsu. Isana yuyo. Konir fuk no sankud na no wana nyapir. Niato nanapati irovir. Koni ugnawata ir. Irkana. Unikasuri ir kwana no kasa ir iroro. Tasi ir si ir tintu. Funye wo si ye wo tahufu. Ipanar nuko iwa ir. Nikasanarir. Iroro ni nuwa sa irkana. Usair kokonato. Tanatir. Katana no. Shafatoyo. Kokonato siir ipanoniliko. Niato nanapati irovir. Kuni ugnawata ir. Usair kokonato. Tanatir. Katana no. Shafatoyo. Kokonato siir ipanoniliko. Tikotro tuaso.
So you can just completely disregard his help and immediately go buy bearded grass. Get the Kiamian, fight her, and then she opens up her wound, and yeah. Be a real dick to the poor girl that doesn't deserve it. And you can have Kiamian pay you back for it as well. And you won't even realize it.
A potential customer is a welcome customer. What can I do for you?
She won't realize you intentionally gave her, like, the wrong type of healing grass.
Oh yes, I had heard that someone was injured and immediately saw the opportunity to make vast sums of... No, to make a difference, that's it. Anyway, I've checked my stocks and I only have enough ingredients to make 1 dose of the salve for a poultice. I'm not sure how much good it will do by itself. Might take a bit of the sting away. Oh, now that's thinking, isn't it? Yes, I suppose red silkgrass might be just the thing for a wound. I could add it to the poultice. Expensive stuff, that. Very pricey. Hard to acquire, too. Would certainly help her wound, but I know something just as good. Get her some bearded tongue grass and...
Now this I don't get. I'm trying to buy the grass from him, but he's like encouraging you to buy the least expensive grass. Wouldn't he want to sell the most expensive one?
If you think you can justify such opulence to heal something that time would take care of, who am I to argue? I'll just need your payment to prepare the poultice.
Yeah, who are you to argue? Why do you even bring it up? Also, he talked about, oh, it's gonna cost so much, it's 50 silver. Let's see if we can lower that.
Business has been slow. What am I supposed to do? Starve?
So either intimidation or charm would be good. Or charm on the guy.
I suppose
There
it
we
would
go.
be bad for my reputation, and you're well known enough that word would get around. Fine, I'll knock off a bit of silver.
10 silver.
Excellent choice.
That wasn't even worth taking the time to go through the dialogue.
It won't take a moment. There you go. Her pain will fade quickly, and the binding effects of red silkgrass will make sure she can fight again, if she wants to. Your generosity is extreme, but who am I to complain? Enjoy, and I hope it makes your friend better quickly. Do come back when the weight of your silver is slowing you down.
I think there's supposed to be a villager down here, isn't there? Now, I could have sworn, like, the guy you save and then, like, open his chest and take the silver from would be down here, and then you could, like, he'd try to ask for it back. Maybe he shows up later. The game makes you think of Mulan. That's just because it's Chinese. Eduardo's never heard of it before. Yeah, it's kind of an old game by now. When it came out, it was pretty popular. A lot of people really liked it. But they've just let the IP sit indefinitely ever since it was released. Now BioWare's just focused on like Mass Effect and Dragon Age and stuff like that. Jade Empire came out after Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, which were also two very fun BioWare games, and Knights of the Old Republic 1, I believe, is getting a remake. I'm looking forward to that. Right, now let's save. Because I want another save.
This has been a busy day for us all. Is there something you need?
I want you to get better.
The sun breaks through the clouds when I hear news like this. Heavens, I can already feel it working. That's amazing. Yes, this should be perfect. The poultice must have cost you some silver. Let me repay you. What did it cost?
Lie. Just so she doesn't have to pay as much. Nah, let's be honest about it.
However did you manage that? Must have been quite a feat. Why don't I give you the real value of the ingredients for your hard work? Given how
I do hate that I got to open
this cure was worth it.
palm points
Here,
for that.
take this with
Because I was aiming for like a closed fist objective here.
Interested in trying to set a new record
Or
for
like, I
someone else,
wanted her
special
to fully
prize,
recover
whatever
so I
it
could
is
have a
that
fair
I'm
fight
offering.
against her.
Goodbye.
But oh well. I'll bring that back down soon enough.
What can I do for you? I am here to serve and train. What is there to say? She tells me that she is feeling much better. If you wish to face her, I will allow it. Kiamin says that she is feeling well and her wound seems to be already healing. I believe she will provide a fine challenge for you. If you win this match, then I will have a special reward for you. Good fortunes.
Now we're in the middle of a 5-sum.
Well done. As promised, here is a reward for setting a new standard. Kiamin is eager to try again, but I asked her to rest for now. She seems well despite her earlier injury. Now, is there anything else you wish at the moment?
We get out of this conversation tree. See what I got. Alloyed body. It's plus 5 health and plus 5 focus. Pretty good. The 1,000. Not enough to buy all of them. This may be the last chance I have to buy from Smiling Mountain. The plot kind of railroads us if I proceed forward from here. Let's see. Focus I want. And what else would be good? That would cause me to lose focus, so Belly of Iron. I'm upgrading evenly, but Chi is definitely the less I've had to focus on.
You fought well, and the record is yours. I'm happy for you and couldn't care less about the record. It was just good to fight again and feel no pain. I'm a bit tender right now, but that's to be expected. I should be in much better shape before long. What can I do for you?
Nothing, just wanted to hear what you'd say.
Goodbye.
I could scrounge out 200 more silver, be able to buy the last one, but oh well.
Ah, you are back. I hope this unfortunate matter with the bandits has not caused undue stress. Some good people were lost, but many were saved. It means, however, that I must accelerate your training. These invaders discovered us by accident, but as you likely suspect, they are related to your destiny. You have trained hard and are ready. You will have a pivotal role in some great events, my student, after you return from the Spirit Cave.
I object!
Gao, what is the meaning of this intrusion?
Your pet student is not the only one who fought those outlaws. Perhaps I did not stand in their midst on the beach like a fool, but I did my part. If you spent less time coddling her, you would have many promising students instead of one.
This is not a matter that can be decided.
It didn't matter what you said.
Effort, Gao.
But I do like to cry somewhere else.
That you do not understand.
I understand that this student has received preferential treatment, and I have suffered for it. Whatever is in this spirit cave, I am worthy of facing it too. If she is truly better than me, let her prove it. I challenge her.
I will not have you brawling in the street. If this must happen, it will happen in the ring, as a proper test of your abilities. Gao, you are restricted to styles that I have taught. I know the dark tutoring your father, Gao the Greater, has imparted, but I won't have any such sorcery here.
Hobbled before I begin. Of course. How else would your precious protege win?
My student,
Never mind the fact that I'm going to whip out a sword during this fight.
Consider your attacks carefully. Prepare yourself and return when you are ready. I will explain what I can after we have dealt with Gao's interruption. I don't want to confuse matters. Trust that I am right. Remember the basics. They will serve you well.
Another save. You can save anywhere, like saving becomes sort of compulsive.
Well, it seems you have everyone on your side again. Hero of the village as well as the school.
It is a well-earned accolade. We should all be proud.
I'm not sure why. Such vermin are barely a threat. I beat a couple of those fools as well, just not the swarm on the beach.
Well, the swarm on the beach was kind of, you know,
They deserved a chance
the main
to
issue.
celebrate, in my opinion, so I left them with a few silvers with which to enjoy themselves. They took down a bandit who dared try to circle around me. That's the kind of support I need. Men who watch my back, but don't get in my way. Besides, what's a few bandits to one of my skill? Hardly worth the time. I don't need the respect of the weak. If they cannot protect themselves, what good are they to me? An endless,
foolish road to go down. There are always victims, always weaklings. You could live 1,000 lives and still someone would be begging for your help. I see how you might think that's valuable, but are these mud farmers worth the effort? I don't think so. All I care about is my ability and what I want. The cares of everyone else are not my concern.
That one line about, like, Gao saying, like, I see why you would think that, is, like, the closest you get to ever, like, being on the same page as him.
Training until he has met with you.
Right, already saved. Don't need to save again. Like, compulsive saving doesn't need to be that compulsive.
Gao awaits your signal to start the challenge, my student. Tell me when you are ready, and I will have the...
What is this game? It is a BioWare game. It's, like, came out in, like, I think early 2000s.
Then let the fighters meet in the arena. Fighters, are you ready? This challenge will continue until one of you is incapacitated. This is not a practice bout. Injury is a possibility.
A possibility? I think it is more than likely.
Master, are you certain this is appropriate?
They have a dispute, and this is the only way to settle it with certainty. It will be an honorable contest. I have restricted Gao from using his father's sorcery.
I said you would regret getting in my way.
Fighters, begin!
Longsword!
The guy just cheering. The fair fight, don't mind me stabbing you.
Heavenly wave.
Slow down his already slow style. What a bitch. Didn't even land a hit.
It is done. The challenge has concluded and the winner is clear.
No! I'm not finished!
Gao, I have made enough concessions to you today. I thought I could guide you away from your corrupted path, but you are too much the son of Gao the Greater. You are no longer welcome among my students, and your father's house shall have no more business here despite his influence.
I was not beaten! Not by this peasant!
You were.
You were defeated by your own foolish ambition and predictable temper. I will speak with you in my chambers about your expulsion. Go now.
Walking away like a loser.
This challenge is concluded. I'm sure the victor would appreciate your congratulations. They are well earned. Enjoy the words of your fellows. I will wait in the main hall, where we will discuss the Spirit Cave. Be certain you are ready when you come to me. Your life is about to change.
Yet another. Make sure you're prepared for coming forward.
I'm glad you are safe. I knew you would be. Your skill is unmatched. Even Gao had to see that. I suppose that's what set him off. I hope he isn't allowed to stay. Punishment just makes him worse. Master Li has bent like a willow to accommodate him and his sorcerer's father. But don't you wish that some things made more sense? Anticipation is grueling. So much could be happening that you just don't know about.
That guy punched a boat and it fell apart. I don't want to question anything he does.
I didn't ask to be a part of it. As much as you want to know more, I doubt you had a say in your fate either. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a happy time. You've proven your ability and Master Li is waiting for you. You should go to him.
Right. It was supposed to be happy. Thanks for bringing it down, Dawnstar.
Where did Gao learn that style? Surely Master Li didn't teach it to him.
Everyone is talking about your victory. Well, that and ghost stories.
Master Li once asked me not to use the style I learned in the Imperial City. It was a fair request, so I agreed. Gao should have known better than to use a forbidden style. What can I do to help you?
I could even ask about, like, the cavern beneath the school. No one's gonna know anything about that.
Goodbye.
Gao was a fool to cheat. Our teacher is a kind man, but he is not soft and doesn't tolerate that kind of thing. You'll face worse things than Gao in the cavern if what I've heard is right. I hope you're ready. What do you need from me?
I do. Yeah, guess I do know about the cavern.
No one really knows anything about that cavern, except that Master Li has strictly forbidden us to go in there. He has always said that it is a place of final testing. I hear whispered rumors that there's something horrible down there. I even asked around town, and there's old stories of masters before ours sending students into that cavern, and the students never finding their way out. I don't have a clue, but I don't envy you having to go down there. Then again, you are the strongest of us, as we're so often reminded, so you'll be fine.
How'd you learn about that?
Rumor, mostly gossip from the
Just
people
gossip,
in Two
okay.
Rivers. As I said, no one really knows what's down there. Well, no one but you, once you tell Master Li you're ready. Stay well. After all, how could we learn without our most senior student to guide us?
It's Senpai, damn it.
This day has been full for you, and you still have the cavern to face. If you listen to Lin parroting the villagers' stories, that place has a dark past, but I'm sure Master Li wouldn't send you into unreasonable danger. What can I do for you?
I've already beat you up, so nothing. We get anything for sparring with Jingwu again?
Gao was a fool for challenging you. Oh, he's good, but you've always been stronger. He just wouldn't admit it to himself. Thing is, your prize is going into the cavern beneath the school. To hear Lin tell it, that place is going to challenge even you. I hate repeating stories that aren't my own. Lin has no such qualms, so go ask her about the cavern.
Already did. Okay, I guess I don't get a chance to challenge him again. I think you just can talk to him and that's it. Fortunately, the saving is much quicker than the loading.
Ah, there you are. Have you finished all your business with your fellow students? I expect our next conversation to change a great many things. You should be ready. Wait outside, Gao. I will finish with you later.
I didn't even realize he was in here. And Gao's still limping.
Now, my student, there are many things ahead that you must discover about yourself. I trust you know the importance of your destiny. You are an orphan, but you were not abandoned. You were rescued from the Temple of Dirge in the land of howling spirits. You were orphaned by violent action. I take responsibility for it. You see, I used to be more than a humble teacher. To learn of yourself, you must learn more of me. I was once leader of the Imperial Army. I was known as Sun Li, the glorious strategist. I am the brother of Emperor Sun Hai. I will tell you more, but first, we have an uninvited visitor. Gao never could keep his ears to himself, especially when angry. So predictable. He's heard as much as I wanted him to. Perhaps it will give him a little perspective. He should respect even the most humble person, because who knows what lies within? That includes you and me both. I was ashamed. He seized your homeland during the long drought. It was an aggressive change in the Empire that would soon bring Death's Hand to power. I withdrew my support and tried to rally your people against the siege I had helped plan. A doomed effort. Many died on both sides. Sun Qin, another brother, also fell. Listen, I will tell you how you came into my care. Your people were killed. I am haunted by it, and now the world may join me. The assassin on the beach was a Lotus assassin, a minion of Death's Hand. More will come. He is the right hand of the Emperor, and rules the Lotus Assassins in place of Prince Sun Qin, who was killed at Dirge, a death he may have orchestrated. He shows no hesitation, and gave no thought to the lives of those we faced. His influence poisons the Emperor. I have no doubt he is utterly evil. I have never faced him, but I know of no one living who has. A dark energy sustains him. That is the armor of a man who has no remorse, no pity.
Chinese Darth Vader, basically.
Most in the Empire know nothing of the land of howling spirits. I found its people to be honorable, but I can't tell you more than that. There was no time to learn more. There were three. Emperor Sun Hai, Prince Sun Qin, the Hand of Heaven, and myself, Sun Li, the glorious strategist. Age decided our place in the order of things. Sun Hai was the eldest and therefore emperor. I was next and was head of the army. Sun Qin was the youngest and leader of the monastic order. Your people were guardians, but we did not have a clear idea of what. It is tied to your destiny. I will explain if you want me to move on. You were meant for something important, but because of my actions, it was denied you. Stories about ghosts, the assassin on the beach, you are tied to this. Our dead no longer drift to the underworld. They wander, lost, going mad. In time, they may overwhelm the living. It began when your people were destroyed. We are on the edge of the Empire, and not all spirits make their presence known. We are not immune, but I kept you isolated. This information could endanger you. The first assassin found us by accident. The next attack may not be so unfocused. To fix the world, you may threaten the power of some dangerous people. The Spirit Cave will make things as clear as they can be. Only you are meant to understand what is within. You will see the corruption of the spirit realm for yourself.
Is it safe?
No.
No.
But few places truly are. This has been a lot to comprehend.
It's like the stupidest question you could ask.
Time. There are instructions inside, and something that belongs to you, an amulet. When you emerge, you will know more about yourself and your destiny than I can explain, and you will better know your enemy.
The rare Master Li loading screen. What a useless little hint. Master Li is not the first master of Two River School. Like, yeah, it's been around for a while. How could you tell it's in Master Li's handwriting?
Spirits go mad if denied passage to the underworld. They are strong, but you can fight them. You can't kill the dead, but in defeat they are disrupted and can't reform for a time. You are tied to the reason why spirits wander. Many appeared after your people fell, and some are held in this cave. They are drawn to your amulet.
There are two characters written on that inscription. It is not saying all this. It is not saying 3 paragraphs.
Seeking power beyond the mortal realm. I make no apology for these trials, my student. You will come to see how necessary they are.
And then it explodes, because why not? It's not like she was reading it out loud either. It just sort of like exploded like after enough time passed. A weird thing to set up. Am I playing on backwards compatibility? I'm playing it on Xbox 360, which has backwards compatibility with this game, yeah. A vase. A broken vase. Right, this one? Guess not. Fuck this one, though.
The dragon amulet was with you in Dirge. I understand what it does, but you are the one meant to be trained in its use. I am sorry that my actions denied you this. Essence gems are used by healers and upstart sorcerers, and are common enough to be wasted on ornamentation. But with this amulet, you can tap their true potential.
The amulet was just a freaking JPEG. The flawed warrior gem. One to body. Alright, I forgot there's like gems you could equip into this thing. I completely forgot this was a thing.
Your people
We'll get much better ones later.
Essence gems. I kept it from you because power is a beacon. The forces behind the restless dead will take an interest in you. Even mindless spirits may be drawn to you, just as they were confined here. In achieving your true power, you become a target that many will not be able to resist.
It's just a +1 to HP. Is it really that powerful? Apparently so.
Longsword, leaping tiger.
Oh, the ghost can use weapons, but I can't. Ah, I'm on fire. Damn it! I rolled into more fire. How is the ghost on fire? I'm pretty sure weapons don't work on them. Wow, I'm dying trying to find out. Yeah, they're immune.
Leaping tiger.
I'm gonna roll into this, please. Maybe catch on fire. Alright, fine. Ah, you son of a bitch. Damn it! It got me again! Why are all these combustible? Try the smashed seal. Alright, fine, we'll do the amulet thing.
My student, I hope you realize your importance.
This is the same characters as the last one. It cannot be saying a different paragraph.
Underworld. All of us will suffer if things continue as they are. Seek the source of this problem and eradicate it. That is your purpose and burden. I hope that the basics I have taught you will aid you in setting everything right.
It looked like the little touch your character wasn't surprised by the second one exploding.
Not all spirits succumb to bestial rage. A strong will can transcend death. These beings may have powers beyond any living foe, and intelligence to beguile and confuse. All will suffer if the dead remain this way. Soon you must leave Two Rivers. Seek the source of this problem, even if it leads to the heart of the Empire. I have old friends who may guide you, but I have old enemies too. The cave is secure. Meditate on what you see here. When you leave, all will be changed.
Wansa irat, we will kukupir finis takawo. Ukir wir, uktarano utak. No fantayana ukona ni pinatawa. Wotawa ir fuir, ono safakarhuru. Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir. Saatha na ipir nakurbir. Ukia, ipana nuko iwa ir, nikasanarir, iruro ninua sa irkana. Nakapir sari awaf, on Sierra Surufus, Isinosaurus Usuno. Sata tawi ir koana ir sonir ipotoki. Wonawa vukuno sukutnia awafawa ir sutok. Ukir wir, uktarano utak. No fantayana ukona ni pinatawa.
Yeah, no way to reason with the undead. He has magic attacks, so that sucks. And he's got one of those AoE attacks. Alright, let's lock on to the other guys. Just get them out of the way. Now that he's the only one here. Yeah, I may as well use focus. Can't use my weapon, so it's the only thing I can use it on. Yeah, that made this a lot easier. Why do you have claw hands?
My power is stretched thin, bled away, and you are too small, too mortal to truly understand. But small things can move beneath the notice of others. Your master hopes that you will grow strong while he leads the predators away. His reasons are clouded, but you must find a way through the fog. You are the one who can hear, the one who can act. Search, but look also for yourself. You are a spirit monk, and you are the last. I do not have the strength to answer.
Glad I made a choice
I am
then.
cut open, and the way to the underworld is shut. Spirits are lost with no shepherd, no guardians. You must restore us. The amulet is a focus. It will guide you. But when you know both sides of the Veil of Death, ability alone will save you. I have a moment of power, a window to grant knowledge of a primal energy. You must choose between ice and fire, and I will grant the skill to bring them to your hands. I have energy enough only to instill knowledge of one, not both. Knowledge of the other may come in time, but not today.
So, either flame attacks or ice. Flame is what Gao the Lesser used, and ice is what that boss used. I hadn't really thought about this decision before coming here. I go with ice just because I'm pretty sure you can freeze people with it, and that's amusing to do.
Emotions burn, but the spirit can also turn cold and strike with grim resolve. Command this, and you chill the hearts of your enemies. Yours is the power of Ice Shard.
One reason I was considering the fire one is because, like, the aerial attack with that is just you summon a dragon and it breathes fire in front of you. It's pretty cool.
There is no inherent villainy in any martial action, only in the hearts of those who wield them. If you rely too much on simple force, then you cannot act without it.
I do also think the attack is very impractical, so it hardly actually used the damn thing.
I must fade. Pity those spirits that have grown twisted. You will come to know their pain when life leaves you. Pity the world if you fail, spirit monk, for you are the last.
A fast travel tornado. How nice of her to leave that. And naturally there's loot at the end of the cave, because of course there is. Yeah, just saying that you don't actually kill spirits, you just, like, cause them to disappear for a time. Anything else here? A corpse. 100 silver on it, damn. Rich guy. See, what all did I get? Structured body, health +3, intimidation +1. So that probably already makes intimidation my best persuasion thing. I got flawed warrior gem, just plus another +1 to body. Yeah, I gotta quit 3 gems. Alright, that can up. And body really jumped up. Of course, that's probably the stuff I have equipped. I could still just use more HP, though. But I'll give it the focus, because I like using the weapon. 3 points now, and I could upgrade the Ice Shard, but I'm probably not going to use it very much. Considering I would rather use my Chi for healing than attacking. I occasionally use it, though. Just to show it off. I do definitely want to upgrade Leaping Tiger. Since I have to use this on, Actually, let's undo that. Yeah, I'll take 50% damage over 25% damage and 5% speed. Yeah, since I have to use Leaping Tiger for ghostly enemies. Good to have that buffed. I should have actually upgraded that after I cleared out the bandits. Because, like, I didn't fight any regular humans after that. At least none that were a challenge. Fought some students, that was it. And the next actually hard thing was all ghosts. Aristocrat, I don't know why you're asking for money back. Already played you in Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. Can't play you here. Yo, what up?
What are you doing out here? You are supposed to be meditating on the amulet, and what you have learned for at least another day. A vision? Oh, of course you did. A natural reaction to the great amount of information I have placed before you. It may have something to do with your amulet. Tell me, did you learn anything about the destiny that stretches before you, or what has led you this far? Be careful. I do not want you to be misled by sources I cannot anticipate. Your people had warriors by that name. I regret that my actions caused their downfall. 20 years ago, the Empire was mired in drought. Your people revered the water dragon, so their temple of Dirge was the ideal place to ask the heavens for help. But the water dragon governed more than just moisture. The drought was part of the natural order, and not for mortals to alter. The spirit monks denied us access. The Emperor was incensed. He asked me to plan a display of power that would force their compliance. As our armies marched, I realized how wrong we were. He could not be dissuaded. I fled with you as the rest of your people were killed. You must discover for yourself what being the last of your kind means. What else did this vision reveal? You are only to retrieve the amulet, learn to place gems in it, and meditate on your future. I don't want you to be distracted.
Master Li, there's still no sign of her.
What? What is it, Wu? I'm sorry, my mind was elsewhere.
Dawnstar, as I told you, Master. She went missing after Gao's men were discovered in the school. The state of her room suggests some sort of fight took place.
I see. She is not there?
No, Master Li. There's no sign of her.
I see. This may prove useful. Thank you, Jingwu. You may go. Your appearance put Gao's disgrace out of my mind, but it would seem that your early exit from the caves has come at just the right time. I doubt she has come to harm. She is a strong woman, as you know. That doesn't mean you shouldn't search for her. It will be a good measure of your ability. What better way to show mastery over your abilities than to turn them towards helping your fellow student? Seek her out. I doubt she is in the school, and someone would have seen her if she was in the village. You might want to try the surrounding marshland. Your master commands that you find her. If not to bring her back, then to teach her captor that this will not be tolerated. Gao insults your accomplishments with this action.
Fortunately, you don't have the option to just, nope, forget her.
That is good. Time is very important. Here, take some silver. I asked Fendo and the others to stock essence gems in preparation for this day. Hopefully they have done so. You learned in the cave how single gems are viewed as trinkets and used by self-professed healers and would-be sorcerers, but you can unlock their full potential. Make sure you have everything you need when you leave to find Dawnstar. Do not cloud your mind with anything else. When you return, your course will be clear.
$150. That's probably enough to buy that last stat upgrade from Smiling Mountain.
I heard about Dawnstar. Perhaps I can help in some small way. Fendo received some essence gems and passed a few along to me. They may be of use to you.
How would he do that, though? Why wouldn't he sell them himself?
Let's see what you can learn.
Yeah, just a bunch of +1 gems, which are like, whatever. Get the permanent stat-ups. Like, any +1 stuff you could buy, you're just gonna find better ones later. Even no knowledge of the game, you could probably guess that.
Everyone's shouting that Dawnstar is missing. She's more responsible than most of us, which makes her running off all the more concerning. Wherever she is, I hope that she's safe. I'm sorry, I haven't seen or heard anything. Perhaps one of the other students can help you.
Really no reason to ask about Dawnstar's disappearance. Master Li already told you to go to the marshland. So if you haven't played this game before, you'd be forgiven for not knowing where the hell that is. But it's basically the one exit this village has. Master Li telling you not to underestimate persuasion checks. Yeah, but when you go with the persuasion build, then you get to the final boss, you're not going to talk him out of not kicking your ass at that point. In literally any game. And if there is a game you can just persuade the final boss to not fight you, I would be interested to know what it is. Oh, hello.
I can't believe it. He killed him with a single blow and laughed as this poor boy gasped his last.
You! Gao the Lesser did this. He was dragging some sort of sack and this boy challenged him.
How could you recognize that C-Pat?
I couldn't say. It was awfully large and looked heavy, but I was watching from a ways away. We didn't want to get close to that murderer.
We hid out of sight as Gao went toward the gate out of town.
Gao was in a rush, but you might be able to catch him still.
Be on your guard if you truly mean to pursue him. Gao's mad with rage as this poor lad learned too late.
So I like how he's still immolated. No one's putting him out or anything, they're just letting him burn. It's crispy. You can go first-person view by clicking in. Yeah, he is scorched.
There you are. I have been hoping you would wander by. I hear your friend has gone missing. So sad. Very sad indeed. More importantly, my stock has arrived. Braving roads.
More importantly, money.
A caravan runner just dropped off.
There's a charred corpse right next to you. It's still burning. What do you have for sale?
Just received some new items, a rare delivery that made it
Fallout New Vegas. Ah. I didn't really think about the Fallout games.
Have a look for yourself.
A bunch of gems. Yeah, no, whatever. Not worth the money. Also, I've never played New Vegas. That was one that just sort of like skipped me by. In fact, I've only played Fallout 3. I have played all the DLC for Fallout 3, though. I really enjoyed Fallout 3. I don't know, never got around to one of the other ones. I don't have a good reason for why I didn't. I guess I just got all the enjoyment I expected to get out of a Fallout game with that one.
Moment? Oh, senior student. I wanted to thank you for your help earlier. I wasn't sure anyone would come down to our little circle of houses when the bandits attacked. It's out of the way, so I'd almost given up hope. I am no warrior. I'm certainly glad you arrived. There's just one thing. When I returned, I appeared to be missing one chest. Which is to say, its contents were not there. The bandits had taken almost everything I had. But I know it was still there when you arrived. It was rather full of silver. A life savings, you know. Would you happen to know what happened?
100 silver was your life savings? Jesus. I saw no chest. I saved your life and you want your money back?
Oh, no. I would never make a demand. In fact, I was just wondering if you had found it. I was thinking that while the silver is mine, you deserve a reward for all your good work. What say you to half of the silver that was in that chest?
Nope, it's mine.
But that silver was mine. What gives you the right to take it? You are no better than those bandits.
My right to take it is that you did not defend it.
Maybe I couldn't protect it, but I could at least earn it honestly. I had always thought your master strove
Yeah, I like
to
how
teach
that
his
option
students
actually
value.
does give you more closed
It seems
fist
I was
points.
wrong.
How bad am I looking on closed fist now? It's not too far down. It just made the background a bit red. Still nothing up here. There's never anything up here.
It's a bit of a shame what happened to the guard here. The fool got in the way of Gao the Lesser. The young master thought you might come after him, so he left us here to slow you down. You were lucky against those bandits, but we're not so easy to push around.
Could intimidate myself out of this fight, but
Lucky
I
day
want
for
to
us
fight
then,
them.
isn't it? Gao the Greater makes sure his son is well protected. Very well protected. We'll do more than slow you down. Time to pay back your debt, farmer. Let's see if your life is worth a few silvers. Ha!
Nisiso ir akuwu kusuwir wawuso irtan.
And the closed fist route just calls me to fight this guy. AoE attack is so good for just clearing up space. Try the ice. Not very strong, but it's ranged. Best thing about it. And it can freeze them. Let's see, let's freeze this guy. Fuck you. Well, I meant to fuck the other guy, but... You still want to do this?
Heavenly wave.
Shockwave. This is a mistake. I like how he would fight to the last.
Oh, my head feels like a war drum, and the battle did not go in the Empire's favor. What happened? I was speaking with Gao, that spoiled little noisy cricket. He hit me without cause. That repulsive... I wish I'd known ahead of time. You know, before he hit me. Gate guards, we're an unappreciated lot. I'm sorry about that, student. I truly am. It came from nowhere. He was dragging a sack, and I asked him if he needed help. He said no, just the key to the gate, and then he conjured this ball of flame around his hand. I don't really remember what happened next. I might have passed out. No one's ever threatened me before.
He survived because he just got so scared he passed out, and Gao was just like, man, whatever. This guy's a loser. Just left.
There's only one place he could have gone if he left the village. The path leads past the fields to the swamps. What did he do? Why would he resort to attacking me just to leave the village?
Ah, never mind. I know, he kidnapped Dawnstar.
Arrogant whelp! I trust you're following him to put him in his place. Go on. Why waste time talking to me? Get moving!
Good point. And recover. Hello, guy we haven't seen in a loading screen before. I wonder if you might be appearing soon. So you actually recommend New Vegas. I've heard a lot of people say good things about it. I probably will play it at some point. I don't know, just haven't got around to it. The No Please saying, thought New Vegas was always just sort of like DLC for Fallout 3, so never bothered. I guess that's kind of how I felt, and I already played all the DLC for Fallout 3 as well. I think it was just sort of burnt out of Fallout at that point.
My poor Fen, what have you done to her?
Who's there? More of Gao's soldiers? I'm through hiding.
Longsword.
Longsword's probably overkill for these guys.
Please, my name is Hing, and you must help me. My Fen is so delicate, she will chafe under a bandit's yoke.
I accidentally skipped this first line.
We were traveling to 2 rivers. I bring goods between the farms that line the valley. I knew we were getting too close to the marshes. Why was I so foolish? Of course these thieves would strike at my beautiful Fen. I can't leave without her. They'll work her to death or eat her or worse. Can you do anything, please? That is as much as I can ask, I suppose. Thank you. My precious flower of the fields. I can't leave without her.
You live out here? Broken ass. What is this? Shrine? Pagoda? Pagoda. Wow, 5. 5 silver.
My precious Fen. I hope these bandit thugs are merciful with her. She has a strong spirit, but there is only so much.
I don't mind a Lady Gaga reference. I actually like some of her music. Most of it I don't, some of it I do. I don't know anything about her personally, and don't care to.
I am no common bandit. I've been hunted by far worse than you.
What a badass. I'ma stab ya!
Hold your attack, young student. I am not your enemy. This was a misunderstanding. I am no bandit. Stay on your guard if you want, but I have no desire to test your training. I passed through your village once or twice. I've seen your skill. My name is Zhu. I have been called Sagacious Zhu, if you prefer a title. It's a name I share with the first emperor, Sagacious Tien. I see your point. There are differences. Tien was a knowledgeable man, whereas I feel that a person can sometimes think too much. I don't believe I need to explain myself beyond that. That is a personal matter. You'll have to take my word that I'm above common robbery, if not many other things. Besides, I have already shown that I have no love for the more common kinds of filth roaming out here. If you know that name, you know the type of men the family employs. I wonder, does their increased presence in the marsh have anything to do with why you are here? They took someone from your village? That is very brazen, and it explains why they wanted to clear a path through the marsh. No wonder you came out here as you did. You're looking to rescue someone. You probably gave no thought to your own safety. That is very selfless of you. I tend to think more efficiently.
That's why a master basically made me come, but sure, assume all that.
Killing bandits so they won't be disturbed. There wasn't much more. I just wanted some peace and quiet. No, I'm not interested in looking for trouble. I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. As bad as this is, you're better off without my help. Dawnstar. I am familiar with that name. But I still can't. I've spent a long time avoiding trouble. I don't want to go looking for it now. I'm sorry. Wait. Dawnstar, Your friend should not suffer because of my reluctance. A group of men went to the north. They had a large pack that was giving them trouble. That may be where their camp is. There's no way to leave the marsh in that direction. Not on foot, anyway. I will show you. It is easy to get lost. I can refuse some fool determined to get lost in the swamp, but I doubt your friend earned her fate. Gao the Lesser shouldn't get such a prize without a fair fight. Now come, we have some catching up to do. We'll find them. Like I said, they can't get out in that direction. Not on foot. I will try not to make you regret it. Your task is probably complicated enough as it is. Let's go. The main camp is to the north, but there are soldiers all around this area. If you want to find trouble, let's do it quickly.
The Geisha Zoo is alright. The attacks with staff. Support is that you deal extra damage with weapon styles, which is pretty good, especially when I'm focusing on weapon attacks.
If your friend is in danger, we should not waste time talking.
No telling what all's hidden in the grass. I'm gonna be kind of thorough exploring here. See? Bones. Barely even tell they're there. It's 32 silver!
Your quarry has based himself in the north. There are paths right and left, but I doubt one is any safer than the other.
Oh, we're already going this way, so.
Well, what have we here? More outlaws? They're everywhere. Gao was right to order them killed, even if just to keep the camp clear while he secures his woman.
This ain't one of ours, soldier. You can't fool us. If Gao wants us out of the swamp, you'll have to fight us every step.
Yeah, they're barely fighting back. Part of them hit harder than I remembered them. I remember them being more useless in combat. Maybe that's later on in the game to start to feel that way.
It looks like the soldiers have taken control from the bandits who normally rule here. I'm not sure it's an improvement.
Useless marsh. I'm sick of flushing out bandits just so we can chase down some farm girl. I'd rather burn these reeds from the air.
Look! More bandits creeping into the camp! Get them!
Longsword!
A lot of them, so I'll take out the sword for this. Didn't mean to do that attack. Stop. I was trying to do the AoE attack. Weapon really does tear through these human enemies.
What? Who? No, wait. I don't want any more trouble.
You don't have any options to choose, friend.
Look, I'll tell you whatever you want. The money isn't good enough to die for, all right? Who? The woman. She got loose from the sack and ran into the cave. Would have been safer out here with us.
That cave is home to both toad demons and ogres, and both are in a foul temper from fighting over the space. Running in there is like moving from the claws to the fangs.
We refused to go after her, so Gao went himself. I don't know. He just said it was very important that he get her tonight. He brought a few groups of us over for it. We didn't take her. We made Gao do that himself.
I know we shouldn't have let him talk us into any of this, but he doubled our pay. It was just one woman. Compared to some things, well, all I'll say is that this wasn't the worst thing done by a Gao lately. Look, that's all I can say. Just let me go. I won't be any more trouble for you. If I go back to Gao's father, I'll be killed as a failure.
A reasonable punishment. Gao has some things right.
By my grandfather, I won't get in your way again, I swear.
Nah, you probably got some silver on you.
No, I told you all I could.
Wow, he has 1 HP. Zoo, yeah, take him out. That was worth the 18 silver. Inferior charm gem. I don't think I'll need to charm anyone, so I'm not even going to bother equipping that just yet. Jesus! Forgot there were traps. Good thing it automatically evaded just because I had enough focus to evade it. 5. Great. I'm still going down the other path. I want to see what's down here.
Shouldn't killing outlaws yield some good silver? All I found is this troublesome creature, and she won't do a thing I say. Her last keeper trained her too well. If we can't get any work out of her, I want her cut and carved for tomorrow. If I have to be out here on Gao's little errand, at least I can be well fed. Look out! It must be more bandits! Get them!
I came from your camp. Enemies are pretty generous with their drops. But they seem to always drop an orb you need.
Thank you for saving me. I was getting tired of catering to these fools. I thought I was saved when they killed the bandits that raided my husband's wagon, but these soldiers were no better. You have my gratitude. Fen, you have come this far for Fen. Did Hing send you here without even mentioning
I didn't realize
my
just
name?
saying that would get good points.
Oh dear, this will be unpleasant for someone.
He's smiling when he said that.
These animals made me cook for them, clean up their filth. And Hing sent you for the flower. I will kill him. No, but she is here. Oh yes, just over here. Let me present her to you. Fen, come.
I came from that direction. How did I miss her?
Fen, my flower, you are safe. I knew this great fighter would save you. I couldn't leave without you. The cart needs your strength to pull it.
I am safe as well, Hing. Or did you forget I was missing?
Oh, there you are, my dear. I'm glad you did not come to harm.
But you are more concerned about the ox, I see. Yes, I'll take this filthy beast home and decide if it is allowed in the house anymore. And I'll take the ox as well. Come, leave any of our stolen silver as reward for our savior. I value my own life at least that much. Someone has to.
Yes, dear.
Do I have to slaughter that thing for you to show me some attention?
No, dear.
Are you lying again?
No, dear.
Are you listening to me?
No, dear.
I like how they actually had a slap sound effect at the end there. Conveniently, it was by the time they got off screen, so I didn't have to actually animate a slap. Go all the way back and heal up, but I'll probably find a spirit font or something further in. Just in case, though. Spoiling what the ogres look like. Concentrate residents in moist caves and tunnels. Why moist? Well, I like how his club has a face on it. Ogres in this world are hairy. Get red, Gao. Oh, never mind.
Now look what you've made me do. I've collapsed the way out. When I catch you, woman, you will be sorry.
It's always someone else's fault, isn't it, Gao? This is your mess. I didn't make you kidnap me.
Your friend is doing a good job of frustrating Gao into carelessness. That will work in your favor, but it also means we have to follow them by a different route. Be careful.
It means it's not in our favor.
These caves harbor strange creatures.
Like how you did get to see the ogre that was watching Gao from afar. Like when you first entered.
Longsword!
Wow, they went out like bitches. Somehow I expected that to be more of a challenge. The ogres trapped their chest? Why? I'm gonna equip that one. Yeah, +1 to spirit, may as well. That one's sturdier. Not that Zoo cares.
I never had cause to enter these caves. Gao will have to pay for this inconvenience.
What am I locked onto? Oh, a toad demon. Fuck him up, Jew. Ow. Ow, Jesus. That thing hurts. And he poisoned me. What a dick. Oh, and that's all it took to gain the toad style. Just beat one. I forgot there's no real fanfare for that. Well, I've got to replace a style for it. Because being able to transform is awesome. Let's see, let's map that to... Yeah, I'm not really using the Heavenly Wave. Like, there's like combos you can set up by like stunning someone with a support combo and then using a, I think a martial arts. And that'll like deal bonus damage to them, and if you kill it with it, then their body will explode, which is entertaining. But it's a bit too much setup as opposed to just like whipping out the sword and stabbing them. Or in this case, turning into a toad demon. No, this is not my first time playing it. Definitely not my first time playing a BioWare game. I played a bunch of them.
I swear, Dawnstar, my patience is running thin. No! No! Not you! Anyone but you! What are you doing here?
Wasting my time. Dawnstar is just a waste of time.
It seems Gao doesn't think much about anything.
I understand more than you. I did you a favor, but you are too stupid to know a good thing when you're in its grasp.
being kidnapped was a good thing? You have an odd view of what it takes to impress a woman.
Fools! You'd be dead if it wasn't for me. Everything you have is gone. My father was seen to that. You'll see. Death comes from above to ferret out your hidden master and his real name. Dawnstar was the only thing I wanted to save, and what thanks do I get? Nothing. So be it. I'll just kill you all and forget your pitiful little village ever existed. Then fight, and we'll see who's better outside your pretty school. Even if you win, you've lost elsewhere.
I could fight with an ally, but nah, mano a mano. Let's fucking do this.
Good. There's no Master Li to restrict how I fight. I'll kill you in time to see the red sky over your village.
Longsword!
Alright. Let's fight fairly. Roar! This is the fair fight you wanted, right? No holding back. You wanted this. Blah.
Thank you for coming to my rescue. I'm not sure why Gao thought he would get away with this.
We're just not going to talk about how I turned into a toad there.
Although, I suspected it would be you. While I am grateful I have you as a friend, I've always respected your strength.
I believe if you're a male character, she's more like embarrassed by that line.
Not that I'd wish that on you. You were such a fool. And who is this? I must thank your new acquaintance for his help as well.
Sagacious Zoo, you don't owe me anything. I just helped your young friend through the swamp.
Sagacious Zoo, well, I am grateful. I don't know what Gao meant by saying he was doing me a favor. How could dragging me here be beneficial?
He was clearly delusional. Yeah, no, I think we need to go back.
Agreed. I want Master Li to know that we are both safe.
If he said death from above.
He wanted to reach Gao. I'm sure of it. Gao just seemed to get more and more bitter. He didn't respond well to discipline. It's too bad.
Fucking Urzakrat Bit's the worst person to associate himself with.
Don't be long. I don't want to stay here a moment longer than I have to.
Gentle persuasion. What part of that was gentle persuasion? What does it even do? Actually, let me open everything else and check first. What do you... Oh, I didn't mean to go to this. And that was why. I figured one of these would be trapped. So I need to recharge to get that focus shrine anyways. Yeah, I got Viper's Wit, which is +2 focus, +1 charm. And I got a gem. Gentle Persuasion. Intimidation +5. And +1 to body and +1 to spirit. Good things. Let's see. Yeah, I'll get rid of one of the +1 to bodies. Probably have Gentle Persuasion to quit for a while. Sure, there's nothing else here. The toxic lines from Edfordo. Am I playing on 360? Yeah, it's because well, I both don't have an Xbox One and I don't have a regular Xbox, so this is my only option to play it, aside from playing it on PC, which I just didn't want to. Can the Xbox One even play this? Oh, you don't associate with him anymore, now that he's dead? Yeah?
I thought they abandoned him, but it looks like you had to fight them all. I didn't realize you took
Yeah, I wanted
the
their silver.
getting to me. Thank you.
Well, they had a lot of silver. I enjoyed it.
You weren't always so cold. I guess it helped you here. I heard Gao tell his men to attack anyone who approached.
His mercenaries didn't seem too eager to follow me into the cave, though. It seemed like they were humoring him. Maybe they were his father's men. I don't... Wait. Do you hear something?
Ah, the aforementioned death from above. Was that a ship? It's a literal flying ship.
There are so many. Where are they coming from?
You should be more concerned with where
The ship with thrusters on it.
You may have won a victory over Gao the Lesser, but it looks like he put things in motion that have outlived him.
What? What do you mean?
These machines have weapons. They drop casks that explode on impact. There will be soldiers on the ground as well.
They will also be caught in the explosion.
Something about death coming from above for Master Li. It doesn't matter. We have to get back. The students, everyone will need our help.
Walk away, Dawnstar. You won't get there in time. Better to avert your eyes than see something you care about fall to ruin. Save yourself the pain.
This machine of Gao's, do you know how to make it work? Could you fly it?
I doubt there are two people in the Empire that know how they work. It's a baffling combination of magic and artifice. We may be able to do it among the three of us. I was told that they are simple to control.
So you don't really know.
I think it looks like it can only hold
If you
one.
actually cared about the safety of this machine, you wouldn't be about to fly it into a swarm of enemies. What guarantee do you want? There is a handle attached to something like the reins of an ox yoke. You move it left and right, forward and back. It should swim through the air fairly smoothly.
Swim through the air. So it's like flying a swimming ox. Well, that helps.
Will you come to help us, Zhu? You seem to have a good heart.
If you are intent on returning, I will accompany you. I've already done more than I wanted, but I could not avoid this forever.
You are an interesting person, Sagacious Zhu. Your eyes hold a great sadness that is oddly familiar to me, but I don't know why. Perhaps I am imagining it. We will discuss it another time. I hope we are not too late.
I guess maybe you could hold 3 people, but like they'd be really squeezed in there. Packed like sardines. Also, was this really required? Like, it's like a 1-minute walk through the marsh to get back to the village. Hello, Rat Demon that we won't see for a while. A giant mosquito. I do actually think they're called mosquitoes. And suddenly, bullet hell. Is this what you expected from this game? Because it wasn't what I expected. Also, it made sense it was damaged before we started.
This is worse than I thought.
Just a power-up. Oh yeah, you can press X to shield yourself. Out of that time. That was shorter than I remembered. But really, it would have been like a 1-minute walk to get back there. Like, that marsh was not very big. We really didn't need to fly here. Although maybe the intent was to take out some of the flyers. So they, you know, aren't bombing the place as much. I'm amazed I could land with that force and not, like, fall apart.
No! This can't be!
It is what I expected. I'm sorry you had to see this.
I saw the smoke from the air, but I didn't think it would be so bad. Everyone is gone. Look around. What are we doing here if we can't save anyone? We have to find Master Li. He wouldn't let this happen, not without a fight.
Master Li would probably blink at one of the flying airships and it would just fall apart. And it would then fall in the village, but he took it down. A lot of EXP for that. And Dawnstar runs off just because I selected Sagacious Zoo for like the last party member. Let's see. Yeah, focus, health. And more focus. Let's see, what do we upgrade? Yeah, more damage for the sword is good. Focus cost reduction, maybe Ice Shard? Nah, if I'm gonna use my magic, I'm probably gonna use it just for the Toad Demon, because that's fun as hell. Cost reduction, that's good. The damage up is good. Yeah, let's get both of those for the Toad. Where I decide I don't want to deal with this problem, I am now a Toad. Like how there are already bones here. Like, how did that... We were not gone for long. How are there bones? Well, I guess someone could have been, like, burned alive and only the bones remained, though I think you were able to... Any process that got rid of all the flesh would have, like, gotten rid of the bones as well. Or at least charred them to some degree. Also, the old guy's dead.
The destruction is what I expected. Clearly, no one was meant to survive.
Which seems kind of counterintuitive, considering they came here for Master Li.
I hate this. There's no challenge in killing simple peasants.
They said no survivors, so there better be no survivors.
I know, but who is this for? Whoever's really giving the orders must be influential.
Do you want to ask Cal the Greater? No. So quit yapping and make sure there's no survivors.
They just kill each other.
Looks like we have a few more peasants to put down.
Let's just make it quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you call me a peasant? Ugh. 2 hits. Done. The transformations kind of make this game unbalanced. That will become very apparent later on. When we get, like, the second to last transformation that just makes the game easy street.
School is burning as expected. What happens when home turns to battlefield? Let's hope the flames leave you more than...
And another pile of bones. They copy and pasted that one. There's a pile of bones and it had 20 silver, just like the last one. Lazy.
creatures and save as many as I can. Go!
And since we actually healed Kia Min, she got to live. I'm annoyed I got open palm points for that, but whatever. They ran in this direction, but there are enemies here, so did they die immediately and not leave behind corpses? Freeze. Student remains. And they crashed a lot of their own ships here. Like, a lot of these guys clearly did not know how to pilot. Oh no, that guy.
What is this? We missed a couple of these pitiful students? This is like crushing ants.
Did Zoo look like a student to you?
You have no right to talk, vermin.
Ah, I doubt you've seen real bloodshed. Just like the other would-be warriors in the school.
Men! Gal the Greater wants this village cleared. Get the job done.
Yeah, I haven't seen bloodshed. Have you seen a toad? I love that this is an option, though. And out of juice. That's the downside to it, doesn't last long. Ah, don't interrupt me. Damn it. I'll get you. There we go. Get that. I want it. Get it. Aha. Oh, there we go. Well, since I got the chi back. Zoo. You also can't dodge in this transformed form. You can just put up a shield. Which is not really what you... Ow! That guy hurts. Also, the downside to that is I now have no way to heal myself, so I really don't want to fuck up on him. But focus helps. Oh no, the first guy!
There were so many. Everywhere. And fire from the skies.
Shh. We've chased off all of Gao's men.
Good job, Dawnstar. Give him a nice view of your crotch before he dies.
First there were fighters in black. With fists you could hardly see. She told them where to attack and they turned like one mind. One purpose. Except for the one. He stood alone. His armor so black. Black like a hole in the earth. So deep you can't.
It's more dark blue, but...
You'll be alright, just be still.
I tried so hard. I'm sorry.
Wu said... He said there was no warning. Just calm skies and then fire from above.
We were there. We heard him.
The students, but they were overrun. Master Li was taken when it began. He went without a fight, giving them what they wanted. But afterwards, the students... They were killed anyway.
The Lotus Assassins. They leave no one alive to tell the tale. People fear the unknown. For Gao the Greater to have them as allies is troubling. The figure your friend spoke of is Death's Hand, the leader of the Lotus Assassins. This student was strong to live as long as he did. A lieutenant, perhaps. Death's Hand leads all others. He would not appear unless this was important. He usually acts behind the scenes. I don't know why they were so intent on taking your Master Li, but they never attack without purpose. That's not possible. Sun Li, the glorious strategist, was the Emperor's brother and the head of the Imperial Army. Your Master Li cannot be him.
Why not?
Because he can't. Sun Li was declared a traitor to the Empire 20 years ago. The Emperor himself accused him of killing the third brother, Prince Qin. And besides, the glorious strategist would not have made such mistakes.
What mistakes?
Revealing himself, for one. For another, he would have known that giving himself up would not save your students. The glorious strategist would know his enemy, and if anything is true about Lotus Assassins, it's that they don't leave survivors. I should know. I was one.
It doesn't matter.
But she is right to question me. I'm accustomed to such suspicion.
It doesn't matter. Whoever you are, whatever you were, you did not do this, and you do not have our master. We need to decide what to do. When we know where we are going, when we have a plan, then we can talk about who knows what.
I doubt I could change your resolve even if I wanted to. Perhaps I can at least try to point you in a productive direction. If you wish to pursue this, we should head to the heart of the Empire, the Imperial City. Gao the Greater was behind this attack, but I suspect there is someone else behind him. You will find your answers in the Imperial City.
You know a lot. We will have to talk about the source of that knowledge.
That's a nice way of saying we still don't trust you.
Make whatever judgment you wish. I assure you, I have already made worse.
Oh, he's so edgy and cool.
I don't want to be here. I want to go where I can actually make a difference.
That is a very common desire. The hardest to achieve, but very common. Come, let's see if we can get Gao the Lesser's contraption in the air again. It won't be stable enough to get to the Imperial City, but we might reach the trading village of Tian's Landing. All trade routes lead to the heart of the Empire. If we are lucky, we can find someone to give us passage. If we're lucky.
Like how I'm still limping. Bro, I just played with enemy shits. What do you want to do? Do you want to play the minigame or not? I mean, as well. I forgot she was here for this. Yeah, I wonder who that masked character was when they show this loading screen showing the character without the mask immediately following. Minigames kind of suck until you get the power up. There we go. It's hard to tell, but like with the stage 1, like blasters, you have to like keep mashing A, you can't hold down. But with stage 2, you can just hold down the A button, which is so much better. Mission complete. Yay, I don't think you get anything for that. That's the monk character you only get, like, with the special edition. Not sure why his loading screen is even in the game. Like, without having it. Damn, I really should have skipped that minigame. Then our ship may have not, currently be crashing. Credits roll. Man, that hit the wall at cockpit first. We should all be dead.
That was quite the crash. I wouldn't have left the marsh had I known we were headed for such a spectacular landing. It's a miracle we all survived unharmed. We did all survive, didn't we?
I'm okay too, a little shaken up is all.
We were lucky. Only a fool braves the air currents without a proper wind map. You can't navigate the skies without them. Not safely, anyway.
And you failed to mention that. Yeah.
We weren't traveling far. I thought we could reach Tien's Landing safely without one. Obviously, I was wrong.
So where are we going to find a wind map of this region? We can't follow Master Li's captors without one.
Things are even worse than that. Look at our flyer. Even if we had a wind map, this thing wouldn't take to the air again. Not to further darken your mood, but flyers and wind maps are rare, even in the Imperial City. Out here, they're all but unknown.
Gao and his pirates used flyers to attack Two Rivers, and the Lotus Assassins who took Master Li had them too. Somebody around here must know something about them.
It's hopeless. Just give up.
I'm sorry to get upset, but every second we're stuck here, Master Li gets farther away from us.
We're near Tien's Landing. It's a small village, but maybe someone there knows where we can find a new flyer. If nothing else, I remember a clearing suitable for a camp. And if we can't find a flyer, we can always follow on foot. To the south of the village is a forest. A trade route leads through it to the Imperial City. The village is across the bridge and beyond a large marker stone. Look for the giant rock with a painting of a fish on it, and you'll know you're heading in the right direction.
An odd way to have a sign. Anyways, let's go, Zoo.
Very well, although I do not like the thought of remaining here for long. I sense something. This place is tainted. Something bad happened here.
Yeah, but he's a more interesting party member.
We crashed our flyer and almost died.
No, it's something else. I'm sure it's nothing. Hurry, there has to be a safer place for us to camp than this.
I don't know, I mean, it's already got a fire. And now we've hit chapter 2 of the game. Keep going a little bit further.
I don't think we're alone. Something does not rest easy. Make your way south across the bridge and onto Tien's Landing.
You have anything to say?
You should get going to Tien's Landing. Zhu said it was through a bridge into the south.
I actually have extra lines for that. Like, both those lines would be different if I had chosen Dawnstar as a party member. Don't get a weapon out now. Like, weapons can't hurt them, but like, Wolverine claws, that works. Pretty sure Toad form also works, and so does magic. Dude was getting his ass kicked by this one guy.
You fell from the sky, but despite the maddened spirits here, you will benefit. A spirit monk was here long ago, fleeing the destruction that orphaned you. He carried a piece of your amulet. It was separated, broken apart, so your enemies could not find it easily. You have the first piece. It trains your abilities now. The second piece fell here with its minder, hidden until waters receded. A guardian protects it, waiting to test and serve you. The third piece awaits discovery in a distant lair. These 3 pieces are physical, but there is one more. It cannot be found, only earned. This final piece is all that will save you in the end.
Easy there. You fell flat on your face after the fight. Are you prone to that sort of thing?
Yes, all the time.
In the what? Your master taught you some interesting things. Come on, we need to move our camp somewhere that no ghosts attack. I know a clearing...
Like how Dawnstar was like 5 feet behind us and didn't come to help.
The flyer will be safe enough if we leave it here. It's not going to get any worse, that's for certain. Just cross the bridge and head south. Let's get
Do we really care about the flyer being safe or not at this point? Like, I think it's toast. Oh, come on, this should have totally had something here. Like, literally, she could see the fighting happen. Give a glowy thing in a bridge. Upraised bridge. Fuck your headstone. Wanted to hit the one behind you. There we go. No, not longsword against them. I love when this theme kicks in. Kind of a shame the fight's didn't end so soon. You know, here's a spot that makes sense to be bones. It sucks it only had 5 silver, but... thought going here might trigger a line from Zoo. Like that's the other amulet piece. Or maybe it's just a floating orb. Kinda hard to tell from here. Oh right, you're human. Dude almost died in that battle, but it is nice he was able to at least hold one of them off for a while. Conscripts were surprisingly tanky. Ryu Hayabusa!
Death's Hand should know better than to send his minions out alone. It is clear that you are one of his hirelings, or perhaps one of Gao the Greater's marauding pirates. You will pay for the crimes you have committed.
Oh, it's not Ryu, it's a girl. I couldn't tell because she has a really good ass, and so does Ryu.
Don't waste your last breath on lies. I didn't get there in time to help anyone, but I saw you lead the massacre in Two Rivers. Clearly you were involved. Death's Hand went too far in ordering its destruction, and Gao the Greater sought to profit from it. My retribution will end with them, but it will begin with you.
Well, allow me to show you how much of a mistake you just made. Prepare to be bored.
The way you move seems odd. I cannot see, perhaps? But you are better than I expected. You might even beat me, if I allowed such insolence.
I mean...
You are too skilled to be just a hireling. Death's Hand would view such ability outside his assassins as dangerous, and Gao the Greater prefers his servants docile. Death's Hand may be our common foe, but the enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend. You chase a great evil, larger than you realize. Leave and you may survive. Others have tried to face Death's Hand, but were destroyed, as Two Rivers was. Your honor sends you toward peril, but you do not flinch from it. A trait of fools, and perhaps the occasional hero. I also seek answers from Death's Hand and his minions. If you truly oppose him, you will need to find your way to the Imperial City. Of course, only the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please, thanks to Gao. Travel routes by land and water are blocked, but they use wind maps and flyers to further their goals here and in the surrounding forest. Perhaps, if you are capable, we will meet again. I wish you good luck, but you will need far more than that to survive. Farewell.
I don't think I forgot about you. I saw the bamboo casket thing briefly appear just before that cutscene triggered. There was no way I was leaving behind 28 silver. And there was the aforementioned fish sign. Let's go the opposite direction. Two silver? Wow.
This area is off limits. Intruders will be executed.
Didn't have a choice about landing here.
Do not whine to me, peasant. We have orders from Death's Hand himself. All intruders die.
I mean, I could just leave and... Okay. Oh, the conscripts were stronger than you guys. You're Imperial soldiers.
Wait, stop! I'm not your enemy. I swear by my ancestors, I'm not your enemy. I'm not even a soldier. Even though I wear this uniform, I'm no soldier. My name is Chen Yi. I'm just a simple peasant from the town of One Stone. These soldiers...
Does it only possess one stone?
One of them angered the Lotus Assassin who was in charge.
And it must be really impoverished then.
As I was coming back in from the fields, they grabbed me to fill his place. They put this uniform on me, bloodstains and all, and told me I was in the army. I will do my best, but I don't know anything. The Lotus Assassins just told us to guard the gate while they searched the ruins. That's all, I swear. They are evil. Pure evil. They forced me to serve them. They would have killed me if I disobeyed. I had no choice but to guard this door while they searched the ruins. I don't know. I was here on the far side of the gate, and the gate itself is locked. Only the Lotus Assassins themselves are allowed into the ruins. No, nothing. Only that the gate leading into them was locked. The Lotus Assassins had to get a key from Shang, the Imperial Minister in Tian's Landing. But I think the ruins are haunted. I hear strange sounds coming from beyond the gates. But even the threat of ghosts can't keep the assassins from their search.
Alright.
I may be easy prey for one of your might, but I will die with honor.
$69 silver, that was worth it. Out of 1 stone. Oh, it's like it's so poor. You get 69 gold. Bet he had more than that too. He was just holding 69 just to show off. Silk strings. Alright, cool, I guess. Wild Warrior Gem. 422 silver. Holy shit, I'm rich. Oh, silk strings, that was a key item. It's probably for a quest. I don't know where quest items would be in this. I'm not gonna bother looking for it. See, that leads into a whole other area, which I'm going to refrain from entering until I have more quests from the next area, just to save myself some loading screens. I've like hardly ever shown it, but you can use Chi for more stuff than just like healing yourself. You can also press, I think it's like the black button normally. Yeah, it's saying it right here. I think it's like right bumper on 360, and that will make it where your attacks deal more damage, but I generally just go to focus mode if I want my attacks to hit harder. Because if you go focus mode and then boost your attacks with Chi, you deal a lot of damage.
There you are.
But then you need it.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to wait back there any longer. I don't think anything will hurt the flyer. It's plenty hurt already. I found this gem in the wreckage. I'm not sure what it was attached to, but I'm sure you can use it for something.
Now that we're here, we should see if anyone knows anything about flyers. Maybe whoever's in charge of the town can help us get underway again.
Unless you need me, I will stay here at this new camp.
Ah, the frame rate.
It seems safe enough, and it may as well serve
Use
as a
Dawnstar. I think that was because the game was like trying to save as Dawnstar was finishing her line. What gem did she bring me? Good fortune. Yeah, that's better than 12-month gem. Aristocrat wants silver so we can get something from McDonald's. Well, speaking of McDonald's, I'm actually hungry, so I think I'm going to stop streaming here for today. I think I'll plan to stream a bit longer next time. I think I've gotten to a good stopping point by showing the burning of the tutorial zone and reaching the next main area of the game. Next time I'll probably try to like clear through this whole spot, or at least most of it. There's like 3 kind of big areas to explore here before we move on to the next main area. If I'm not forgetting any. But yeah, I'll have plenty of good stopping points there, but I don't think this game will take too many streams to get through. It's not like a Warriors game where it's going to take me like 2 months to finish one of them. But anyways, I know this is different from usual, but I am having fun playing this. So I'm going to keep streaming it. So, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.